Hi, welcome everyone. Today we are going to learn a really cool trick. तो आज हम लोग ये सीखेंगे कि ये जो recurring decimals होते हैं, how do we convert them as fractions? If you have seen my last video, in the last video I have told you that all the recurring decimals, right? They are rational numbers, correct? That's what I've told you in the last video. If they are rational numbers, we should be able to write them as p by q, right? And therefore, if we do get a recurring decimal, how do we convert that recurring decimal as p by q? That is the thing that we are going to learn in this video. It is very simple. I'm also going to leave a trick for you. And I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, let me take an example. Let's say there is a decimal 8.34, 34, and it recurs in this fashion, correct? We can also write it as 8.34. The moment this line, it's called bar. Yeah, so 8.34 bar means that 3434 will continue till infinity. Okay. Now our job is to convert this as p by q. Right now we cannot, for a simple decimal 1.25, for example, how do we convert it as a fraction? Simple, 125 by 100, right? Number of digits after decimal 2, so 2 zeros in the denominator, and then we simplify, so it's 5 by 4. That's p by q. Not in this case, because yahan pe to how many zeros you will put, there is no end to it, right? It will go till infinity. So there is a different method. Let's assume this number is x. Okay, now we see that the decimals are recurring in bunches of 2 digits, which means 3 4 3 4 3 4. So how many digits are recurring? 2 digits. So if 2 digits are recurring, what we will do is that we will multiply by 100 both sides. When we multiply by 100 on both sides, this side becomes 100x. This side becomes, this will be what, 3 4 3 4 3 4. You multiply this by 100, what happens? It becomes 834.3434. It stays till infinity. And then we subtract these two. So when we subtract, what happens? 100 में से x, 100x minus x is 99x, and then 134.34 bar minus 8.34 bar, right? So this infinity part of the decimal, it gets subtracted and becomes 0, right? So this we can write as 0, and here we can write as 826, correct? So the decimal basically becomes 826 by 99. It's very simple. So the trick is this, and ye sun lo aap log. The trick is this: for any decimal, whatever is the number of recurring decimal digits, right? In the denominator, you write those many nines. Okay. And then in the numerator, you basically take that n times that number minus the number itself. That will become your decimal. But I generally am not a big fan of shelling out formula and stuff. So for me, first principle is always easier. It hardly takes 25 seconds, 30 seconds. If you want me to give another example, I will give you. Say there is a decimal called 7.414 bar. There can be a decimal like this. Okay. Once again, x. So यहाँ तीन के digit में this is going to repeat. So we are going to multiply by 1000. 1000x is going to become 7414.4 414 ये तो डेसिमल है, ऐसा ही है. X is equal to nothing but 7.414. Once again, this part will become 0. So the only reason we multiply by those many zeros as the number of recurring decimal digits is to make sure that decimal ke right hand side mein we always get a 0, so that we always get a natural number here. Okay. And here we will get 999x. So our decimal will become 7407 by 999. You can go on your calculator and find out the value, and you will find that this is this only. Which is why decimal numbers of this nature, they are rational, because we right now we are able to write it as p by q. 7407 is p and 999 is q. So when I told you that recurring decimal numbers are rational numbers, don't just believe it. First, say, if it is a rational number, can I express it as p by q? Yes, you can. Then you believe that it's a rational. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. So till I see you the next time, goodbye.